After making just one of these cute envelope pouches, I had to keep going. They are so easy to do and very addictive. Great to use in journals as a floating pocket, but they're also good for presents, to put little treats or messages or even money and give them away to your friends. Hi everyone, it's Dragana from Saacibo. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to show you how you can quickly make these envelope pouches with openings. I'm going to show you a little trick that can replace those bulb pins, and it would make your charms look nice and flat in your journal. So we're not going to use bulb pins, we're going to do something different. And another thing I want to share with you today is how to create this opening without the scissors. I've used scissors on some of these, but some of these were hand cut. Now let's get going. So if you'd like to craft along, then get some papers out. If you have some book pages or some music sheet, that would be great for the inside. I've got some here. And for the opening, I've used tracing paper here. I've used my own waxed paper here. That's waxed paper as well. And I've also used this. This is 2 layers of napkin joined together with acrylic varnish. So any sort of paper that is see-through or semi-see-through, this is tracing paper. Here, that's that napkin with varnish. That's tracing paper, more of the napkin. This is the regular paper that I waxed with candles and an iron. I have a video on that. If you haven't seen it, I will link it down below. In addition to that, you will need some sort of decorative paper. It can be scrapbooking paper, it can be any printable that you have, whatever you like to use. I'm going to be using this. This is my new digital kit called Plaid Collection. I just want to quickly show you the papers. I've hand drawn these with watercolors and markers. Had so much fun. Decided to scan them and create a digital kit. And I've been using them for a whole week. And I've made so much stuff. I just love them. It's just something different to the usual. And I'm going to be using them today. Love the green one. There are some with darker colors, some with lighter, some that are more festive or wintry, some summery. It's really a great variety here. Well, that one's very Christmassy, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to be using these, but you can use any papers that you have or that you like or that you think would look good in this project. I've been adding eyelets here, so you're going to need some eyelets and a tool. I've also used some charms that I made beforehand, so I'm not going to be making new ones. Perhaps we can do a few simple ones like this one here, just with the fabric pieces or laces. And I'm definitely going to show you this. So some metal bits that I used in jewelry making process. Okay, apart from that, you will need the usual. I'm going to use 2 different glues, this one and that one, scissors, a knife, ruler, punch for rounding corners. I'm going to use some black ink and of course my cutting board. I think I want to use the purple one first. So what I love about this project is that I can use the full page. I have nothing left. So all I do is fold this in half. If you do the borderless print on your printables, you wouldn't have to worry about cutting the white bit off, but I have to cut that off first. So what I do, I just fold it and then I cut both at the same time. So I'm just going to cut that off on all 3 sides. And I'm going to cut just a little sliver here just to open it up because I'm gonna be making 2. I only need half of the page for 1. So the next step for me is to just fold this, and I've been doing it like this. So 7 inches, and I just fold and press. Same here. Place that at 7 inches, and then I fold. This might be different if you're using letter size papers, so I suggest you need to adjust. I'm using A4 paper, and I forgot to mention I printed these on printer paper that is 120 GSM, so it's slightly thicker than the regular copy paper, but you can certainly use copy paper. Your end result is just going to be a little bit thinner, or you can double it up if you want it to have more structure. If you're going to use scrapbooking paper, don't use the one that is very thick. It's going to be a bit harder to work with. Up to 160, I think it's all right. So over here, I like to just round these. Okay. And we're going to do the flap. So now I place this at 5 inches mark, and I just fold. Okay, and I do the same here. Just 5 inches. That gives me enough. You can go taller as long as you have enough to go over this. This is just what I've been doing. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. Before we do anything, we need to cut the little opening here. The quickest and easiest way to do it is with die cutting machine and these cutting dies. And if you have several different shapes, you can use them and get different effects. Love the one with the heart. Okay, we're going to do one just so that I can show you. I'm going to do the heart one, and then I'm going to show you how you can make one without it. When you're using your scissors, you'd probably be able to cut 2 at the same time. I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to cut 1 because I need the other one to show you. I'm going to place it there. Just realized I turned this the wrong way. That's better. Okay. There's a little heart, and our opening is ready. So now I want to show you how you can cut an opening like that, but without scissors. So what you do, just grab yourself a piece of paper, decide on the height, then you fold that, and then you draw heart shape. So you're gonna end there. And then you just cut it. And you made yourself a template. That's for the heart shape one. Now if you want to make an opening like this one, grab another piece of paper. Okay, approximately the size of that there. You fold it once, and then you fold it again. Okay, now you draw yourself a shape. You're basically drawing just 1/4. So you start here and something like that. Or it can be rounded over here. It's up to you. Just invent a shape that you like. Something like that. So now when you open it up, you end up with that. Now you see that is a little bit too big. I need it smaller, so I'm just going to trim it down. Something like that. And that looks nice now. So that's my other template. Now what you do is use your template and you trace where you want it. Example like that. And then you cut it either with scissors or with this knife. Wherever there's a sharp point, just do that. Okay, and if there's a line like this, which is this one, like straight, I just prefer to use this knife. Even with curved lines it works. But then you just continue with scissors, it's just easier. Okay. So here. Like so. And there it is, my opening. It's not that different to the Sizzix one. It's a little bit bigger, but I love it. It looks more organic, looks more handmade sort of thing. Okay, let's do this one, but because I've already cut it with Sizzix, I'm quickly going to take another paper. I'm going to use a different paper here. I think I wanted to use the pink. Okay, I've prepared another one and we're going to use this. So I do the same. I just trace around this template. You might think that that's going to be difficult to cut, but it's not that bad really. Okay, so what I do, I just go into every corner or point and I just do these little cuts. Do that first. Do that. Right there and here. Okay. And I just like to I have to start somewhere. The scissors, so you just go there and you just start cutting into the corner. Now this is a bit difficult to do from this side, so I will do that later. I'll just do this first. Same goes with this one. See, it's not that hard. Okay, so I have these little bits left, so I'll just go from this side and into the point there. And the last one, there it is. So now I just get some black ink and this, and I like to ink the opening. You can use any color, I just like it with black. You can use brown and any color that you think might look good with your paper. Okay. Now let's ink the little heart one. Alright, so we've inked the openings. Now we have to add something here. Now, one way of dealing with this white background is to stencil something on the back. If you're using printables, you can also print on both sides, especially if you use thicker paper. Or you can just add some book pages or music sheet. And I really like that sort of look. And it gives the paper a little bit more stability. Okay, so let's just cut these to be the same, or approximately. Okay, I'll just cut this with scissors like this. Approximately. I will trim that later on once it is glued. So let's get rid of that white. And we're going to straighten this here. Okay. So what I do now, I glue this only onto that part here. You can use glue stick, but I find it doesn't really work well with this paper. It's a bit shiny and thicker, and perhaps it's a little bit greasy because it's old, so the glue stick didn't work when I tried the first time around, so I've been using just white glue. Okay. And now I just cut around. Alright, I think that's gonna look good, and then maybe we can use the book page on this one. And with the book page, I think it worked out alright when I used glue stick. I'll do the same here, I'll just cut everything that's excess, like so. Alright, so we have one with book page and one with this paper. And maybe we could do this one with the music paper as well. Okay, now we have to deal with the openings. Like I said, I've been using tracing paper, I've been using waxed paper, and I've been using that full rice paper. I don't think I have enough, and I didn't make more, and all my openings are actually bigger than this piece that I have. So I am going to use waxed paper. Waxing paper is just so much fun, and I really love how it looks with this checkered paper. Just love that look. I'm going to cut myself a piece. It needs to be bigger than your opening. Okay. Alright, I'm going to use that one there. Now I've got this one also waxed. I've got it with lines. I think the one with lines looks good, but if it's turned like this. Okay. That's probably enough there. I love that. Okay, and maybe then here we'll just use regular tracing paper so that you can see that as well. You can also use recycled cellophane if you wanted to have like a shiny look. I actually prefer just the look of paper for these ones. Okay, so now we need to glue these, and the trick to gluing down waxed paper, any sort of oily or waxy or greasy paper, is to use the right glue. And glue stick is just not going to work here. With tracing paper, I find that it works all right with just white glue. So what I do, I add the glue around the opening first. All right, like that. And then I also add the glue around here. To be able to see that better there. Just all the way around. Now I have this area here that is going to be covered as well, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue there and a bit more here, the corners. All right. And then I just place this over. And I push away from the opening because I don't really want the glue staining the middle of that heart. And tracing paper tends to get a little bit wrinkly when you add any sort of medium such as glue that it has a bit of water in it, but it will dry and then it will be all right eventually. So that's that one. Now with these ones, I didn't really have much success with white glue, so I've been using this one, F6000. I think E6000 would work, or even a double fix would work, just that I don't have enough here, and I'm going to use this one. And it has this fine nozzle, so easy to apply. So I'm going to just add a bit of glue all around the edges of this heart. And then here around the edges. Because this nozzle is so fine, it takes forever to apply glue. But this one dries a little bit slower anyway. So it's alright. And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to apply a little bit here. In those corners. I said I was going to do it vertically, and then I've done it like this. But never mind. Too late now. I can't really take it off. It has glue everywhere, but would have been better if it was vertical. Never mind. Too late. My bad. All right, and we have this one, which is also waxed paper, so I'm going to just apply around the edges. So yeah, one way of making your own tracing paper is by waxing the regular paper. It becomes see-through. See. Okay. Let's put that there. And we're done with that part. Okay, so now what I've been doing here is adding this. You could just glue them there and then take that to the sewing machine, but I really like the fact that there was a little bit more room here to put things in. Okay, and this is how I've been doing that bit there. I would just take the leftover pieces of book pages, and for this one I need 2, so I'll just cut that in half perhaps, and that's probably a bit too much, so maybe that much. 1.5 inches. That should be enough. Okay, so what I do, I just fold it in half once, and then I fold it again on both sides. I end up with this. Okay. So once, and then on both sides once more. That's it. And then you take the glue and open that up. Apply the glue on one side of these. So, and put that there, close to the edge, and do the same on this side. Almost there. Now you just apply the glue here. And take that and you just fold it and press. Cool. Now let's do the same with these. Okay, all 3 pockets are done. Now it's time we finish the flap, so I'm just going around the edge and I'm going to ink now. Just looks nicely finished with ink. to find where that fold is. I can feel it. It's about there. So just fold that now and press. Okay, going to mark the middle here. It's where I want to put the eyelet. Just punch a hole first. Should look good here. Silver, pink, or black. Black. Nice. Okay. Now we need to do the same with these. Okay, so we've done with the construction of this. Now we just have to choose something to hang there, and that will help keep it closed. I'm going to look through my charms. I think I found one. I just saw it and immediately I thought, yep, I want to use that one. Just that one, but I won't be bothered with this. I want to show you a different way of attaching the charms that does not involve these pins. So I'm going to put it aside. I also have this one. This one was made with recycled aluminum cans. There's this one made with recycled packaging, and it's just the right color. Okay, and I think I want to add a little bit more of a fabric or a ribbon. So first I'm going to attach a jump ring to these. All right, I think these would be all right to use, big enough. I think they're about 5 millimeters. A bit big, but that's all right. All right. Like so. This is a little bit more work. It's just a lot easier when you use those bulb pins. And they work sometimes, but a lot of the times you attach something and then they just keep flipping this way and that way, and they turn upside down, and then they won't close properly. Honestly, some days I just can't stand it. And I thought I'll figure out a way to do this differently. And I looked at this a while ago. I was going to do some jewelry, and I bought these metal wires with a little loop. I don't use them for anything else. I don't really make jewelry. It's too fiddly for me. And I figured out that perhaps I can use these to create something that will have the loop down for the charm to be attached, but it will stand here mostly flat. So I've been doing this folded like that to have a little bit more left on top, and then I would fold there. These are quite soft, so I can do that just with a hand. Okay, and then the idea is to put that through there. So I would put it like this through here. Okay, and then this end through the little loop like so, and then just press it down. That's very easy. I hope you can see. It's not going anywhere. So that part that's folded over, it's on the inside, and this is now here like that. All right, now I want to attach a little bit of fabric or trims. Let's get some of this lovely fabric. That would look good. Maybe a little bit of this. Just layer a few things. I'm just trying out a few things that I think might look interesting here. Yeah, 3 is probably enough, so I'm gonna do that there. Again, I'm gonna get some of that fabric. And maybe some of this lace. Perhaps that one would look good too, because it's the same color as that butterfly. Something like that. I could even add a bit of this. Why not? Make it really interesting. Cool. And then for that one, I'm gonna go with the fabric again. Love it because it's so white and soft. And I might use this. It has that word dance there, and this is music. I might even go for this. A little bit of flowers. Now, with this part, you have several options here. You can join them with the sewing machine, with the stapler, or hand sew them. That would be nice, but I have these ones that I'm trying to use for something. There's no use having so many things, you just never use them, and I think they would work so well. I've forgotten what they're called again. Something like a ribbon clamps or whatever. These ones, I like to just have them a little bit like this, like not straight, if you know what I mean. And I'll just put that there and use these pliers to just press. And now I can just trim this like that, like so. Okay. And I need another jump ring for that one. Or perhaps I can use the same one. I'll just open this one up and attach that there. And then through here, let's close it. Love that. Love, love, love that. And it sits so much nicer and better than those bulb pins. That through, and then through this little loop. Here it is, butterfly one. I love that one. Okay, and the last one. Okay, I think it's already sorted. I'll just attach this one. That one like so. This one like so. That one. Love it. I'm very happy how these turned out. So cute. And of course I love these colors, so I can add them to my collection of these envelope pouches with windows. I don't even know what to call them. If you have a suggestion of what they should be called, let me know in the comments below. I mean, they are pouches, but they're envelopes and they have a window opening. I've been making other things with these papers. Just show you some little booklets. Look at these. So cute. And these little ones as well. And I made some of these flippy notepads, all from paper offcuts. I also made just some regular envelopes. I've used envelope punch board. Then I made some of these pouches that are lined with fabric. I do have a video on how to create these. Also great to store ephemera and wrap presents. I think a regular sized chocolate would fit inside. And with some, I made some paper beads. I was thinking perhaps in one of the next videos I can show you how I make these paper beads with eyelets on both sides. I don't know. Let me know if you're interested in something like that. I know there's so many videos on doing paper beads, but perhaps it doesn't hurt if I do one. Anyway, I hope this video was inspirational for you and I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my new digital kit, I will leave the link to my Etsy shop down below. Thank you so much for watching and I hope I see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.